Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Floor 26 podcast. My name is Parsa Pahlevankhah, and today I'm joined by the one and only Jahil, a.k.a. lonerfilms.
What's going on? What's going on?
Hey man, I'm glad we can have you on for a second time because Adam finally stopped fucking up.
You know, man, I'm not usually on this side of the desk, and you know my history. I'm usually not.
My bad. You're the one that usually does the intros, but Jahil, I'm glad to have you on, man. We've been talking about this for a minute. Glad we could work this out.
Yeah. We've been talking about this for a minute, man. I really like it. I saw y'all on Instagram, and I was just like, hey, like I want to be a part of this. So
yeah, and then it's different because Adam. This is our first like videographer that we've had on, right?
Officially, yes. This is our first videographer we've had on.
Shit.
And it's exciting because like that's like where me and Parsa had our start, and so like we have a lot of musicians on, but we don't know a lot about music making, and so having somebody that like kind of like that
is in our field of
it's cool.
It's cool. Yeah, it's just nice to actually we had Jordan on, but
I said officially.
Officially.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, that makes sense. But Jahil, tell me a little bit about yourself, man. Tell me what do you do?
I film photos, and I have a clothing brand actually. I started filming 2020. My cousin, he used to film heavy, like real heavy, and he lived in Cleveland, Ohio. And when he came down here, he lived down here, and he just let everything go. So I picked all of that up, and now I'm here, and I just like fell in love with it. I was like, we was in a pandemic, everybody was in the house. I got bored, and I was like, I can't do this. So I started hitting up a lot of my friends and everything like that, and I was like, let me edit y'all videos and stuff like that. And then I created a page, you know how that go, created a page and just took it serious. And then just kept going. And then after a while, you know, you got tough times and stuff like that, but I just kept going, and now I'm just steady progressing.
Real shit. You've only been doing it for 2 years?
Yeah.
No way, dude. Because I
probably
see
less than that.
Yeah, I see the color grading on your videos, and dude, I mean, shit. Me and Adam have been holding the camera for like at least like 6 years, and shit, man. When it comes to color grading, we both shit the bed. So that's a testament to like how good you've progressed in such a short amount of time.
Well, I mean, I've always been around. Like I've always like surrounded myself around people better than me, like better videographers and photographers, and like just seeing them just color grading all the time, it made me be like, all right, how do I do this? So I go straight to YouTube, or I even ask them, and they just help me out, and I was just like, just a better way to get better, and so I just worked on my craft, and I'm still working on my craft, but I could see it got better, real better from my first video to now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's how it is. Like, you know, when you produce your first video and you're like, holy shit, this is some crazy shit. And then you go on from there and you don't look back. And then when you do, you're like, oh my fucking God. Like, I thought this shit was fire. And then like the things I'm doing, like you get to a place where you're like, I know it can get better. So like you don't look at it like in the same glow that you did when you first started. Which is that's the craft, man. You just continue.
It's real crazy. Cause I was like, I don't know if y'all saw, I had a video when I was at Georgia Tech with Miles Kelly, and I had a slow-mo video, and it was like super clear, color grading was good. I was like, dang, I did not know I could do this.
Yeah, I bet. What do you shoot on?
Sony A7 III.
A7 III, yeah. That's my parents got me my camera as a gift, but like if I were to get a camera, I would definitely go with that. I feel like that's just for video and it's like an all-in-one, like great, like it's a starter camera, but like you can do some real nice looking shit on that camera. You
can shoot a movie with that camera. And
like I have a Nikon, and fucking Adam has a Canon. Boy, we're trading pink slip for an A7. But didn't they do what's the new version they have of that now? What is it, Adam? You know?
Well, I mean, they released the A7 IV recently, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know. Yeah.
Or it was it was just an A7 something, but I know they released a recent version of it.
Yeah.
Like recent on the line.
Was it the A7?
It might have been in the 4.
It was R?
Yeah, something like that. It was like with an R. and it had like, and it's just like all the best features from all the different models compiled into one. It's like a $4,000 camera though.
Yeah.
So
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, definitely break the bank a little bit.
Yeah. But I see you mostly shoot basketball videos. How did you get into that? And you shoot a lot of good fucking players. So how did you get the hook up with those guys?
So I used to play basketball. I still hoop, like here and now and then. But I used to play basketball and stuff like that, and I really loved it. So that was just really, and like having a lot of basketball friends, and everybody just wanted mixes, pictures, and stuff like that, and things of that nature. So it was real easy to like step into that field. And so that's really what got me into it. And then I just really stayed into it. But now I'm kind of like being more diverse. So like I'm starting to work with artists, rappers, like weddings and like photo shoots and things like that nature. So, but yeah, and the question about the bigger people that I work with, is really more I reached out to them.
Mm-hmm.
Some reached out to me, but I reached out to them and just like took my opportunity serious. And then after that, it just kept growing and growing and growing. So yeah, that's really how it started.
Yeah, no, and the basketball community, especially like the good players, like it's a pretty tight circle. Everybody like knows each other, growing up like AAU and shit like that.
Yeah.
So once you're in, like once you get your name out there,
you win.
Yeah,
you win.
But you were talking about weddings. I know a friend. He dropped out of college and he does weddings for that's where the fucking money's at, dude.
Man, what, bruh? Because it's like you can charge what you want for a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
In a wedding, they're gonna pay for it because it's their wedding.
Yeah,
and you gotta understand. It's just like the wedding. It's already expensive, so
if they're blowing a bag,
yeah, you might as well just go all in, and they're gonna go all in.
Yeah,
you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, and especially if the first couple are hard to get, because it's hard to like have somebody book you when you don't have a portrait or like something to like show that you can do this. But like it's just mainly color grading. It's like it's real easy. I promise it's really easy. Like if you just know how to really be cinematic and just color grade and just know how to like just give them what they want, it's really easy. It's really not rocket science. I feel like anybody can really do it. You really put your mind to it. You deep fry their fucking you send them a deep fry cover. Dude, I miss the deep fried pictures, man. I don't know why the hell anybody thought they look good, but like we do it for jokes all the fucking time, me and my boys. We'll like take like a cringy ass picture and deep fry the fuck out of it. Throw some Android emojis on there. Dude,
that's wild.
Dude, that era with like the emoji like sweatshirts and joggers.
Nah.
That's I can't believe that shit was real.
I was walking down the street the other day and I saw a girl actually with the emoji pants, and it just like brought back so many memories, and I'm like, wow, like we was really wearing these, like this was really like I really like begged my mom for these. Like it was crazy.
Fucking walk up into Hot Topic, grab your pair.
Like you would literally go to the mall for that certain pair of shirt or a certain pair of pants. Like it was crazy.
Yeah, dude, that's that time when it's just, dude, some of these trends, man, like you gotta really take a step back and like think about it twice and be like, is this really what I want to fucking put on my body? Is this what God put me on this earth for? To have devil emojis on my back?
Yeah, it's wild. It's really wild. Like now, I feel like now everything is like really coming together. Like all of the old things that we used to do, like the baggy pants, even the emojis. Like a lot of people are putting emojis on their clothing brand, but they like making a twist to it. So I just feel like everything just coming back together.
Yeah, I mean, it's something special, you know. Some things stick, some things don't, and some things come around and people think they're cool. And there's always that group that are like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, real talk. But besides that, Georgia's got some good hoopers. I feel like Georgia's one of those states that's slept on when it comes to like hoopers.
I feel like Georgia has the best hoopers. I'm not like,
You gonna say that?
yeah.
I don't think that's a hot take actually.
I'm gonna have to say that.
Because realistically, I feel like California is the only other state. But like the people that come out of California is like they're just there because they got money for it.
Yeah,
Like
that's
they're
really. I feel like, all right, California is more looked at, but Georgia has the most talent. I feel like that's what it really is.
for sure. Because Jalen Brown
Yeah,
fucking played 2 minutes from here. Colin Sexton,
Colin,
Young Bull.
that's a beast. That is a beast.
Yeah. Well, he got traded from Cleveland, didn't he?
Yeah, I think I want to say Minnesota. Nah, I don't know where
I don't
he's at
see
now.
him and Ja playing together. They're pretty much 1A 1B play style.
I don't know where he's at. I know he got traded though. I know he had an injury too.
Yeah, he was injured. I feel like once Darius Garland came in, it was kind of, you got to pick your 1 point guard.
Yeah.
And he just, when it comes to shooting, I think Darius Garland has that upper hand on him. But let's see, who else?
High school hoops here is crazy.
Yeah. There's
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. Dude, there's so many more. I was thinking about this.
A lot.
I mean, fucking Scoot's about to be the second overall pick.
I was looking at that the other day. I was like, dang, like
Yeah, he's projected to go number 2.
Recording him in high school. Now he's about to go to the NBA second. They saying he's second. I'm like, dang. Like,
Yeah, I met Scoot once. He's like 2 years younger than me. When I was in high school, as a senior, he was a sophomore.
yeah.
And then I saw him at the gym, like I want to say like 6-8 months ago before he like left for Ignite.
Mhm.
That's who he plays for, right?
Yeah.
Before he left for them, I went there and I was in LA and I just saw this fucking giant of a man just walking around. I was like, fucking Scoot right there. But yeah, dude, I feel like Georgia hoops, they're is pretty valid over here.
Yeah.
Because it's also the Atlanta culture that also helps it out.
Yeah. A lot of people like in the area, it's like it's competition. It's a lot of competition. So when they all come together for a tournament, it's crazy. Like you just can't miss it. And that's really just everybody getting better, everybody showcasing, and it's really that. So I feel like Georgia is really on top when it comes to basketball.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely with there because, like, I really just don't see any other state. Like, Georgia is so slept on, dude. We got the best rappers. We low-key got the best hoopers. Fucking streetwear, I would go and say
Yeah.
we probably got the best on there because I had a couple buddies come down from Chicago, and I took them to, like, Ponce City and, like, just Midtown Atlanta area where the nice stores are at, and they were high-key impressed. They were like, this shit kind of nice.
Well, see me, I haven't shopped at a mall since I was in 9th grade.
I can vouch.
Like I always like everywhere I go, even when I go out of town, I'm always like, if I need something, all right, who got a clothing brand? Like, who got this? Who got that? Because I rather wear like somebody who designs something than going to the mall. You know, I like supporting people. So, and I really think that the people who design the things, they actually like are better than if I went to the mall and like shop for it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I get to the point to like I really just don't care what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Like to me, it's just a shirt. Like it's a sweatshirt, it's a hoodie.
Yeah.
You know, if it matches the pants and the shoes, like I'll throw it on. So it doesn't matter. Like I remember, like middle school and like elementary school, like everybody cared about what they were wearing and shit.
Yeah.
And you just grow out of that as a person, and it's nice to like wear your friend's shit.
Yeah.
And like somebody's like, "Oh, dude, what's that?" And I'm gonna be like, "It's my homie shit."
Yeah.
Like, come shop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's really why I started a clothing brand, because I just got tired of just looking for stuff and just couldn't find it. And then also I just like creating. Like I was just very creative back then. So I just was like, you know what? I'm just do it. Just run off with it. So now I got a clothing brand and I'm doing good actually. really, really good. I create everything and stuff like that, and then I have friends that also have a clothing brand too. So we all just come together, and it's just good times.
Yeah. Speaking of that, tell me a little bit about it.
So the clothing brand is called Clueless ATL. I don't know if a lot of people have heard about it yet, but I'm coming off the ground a little bit, and I started last year, September. Well, I really started in ninth grade with my friend Jordan, and it was called Menace to Society. We made 3 shirts, one for me, one for him, and we just had one laying around. And after that, we just never really got back to it. So when we got back to it, we left it alone, and then we was like, dang, we really had this going. So then we tried to start it up again, and it didn't work. So then we split off again, and now I have my own clothing brand. He has his own clothing brand. We actually doing good. His clothing brand is Imperfect Essentials. Yeah.
I'm liking the names. So, like, why Clueless?
Clueless. A lot of people ask me this. Clueless. It started. So my friend, like I said, my friend, he had his name, and we was just trying to come up with mine. So I was like, all right, I need a name. I need a name ASAP. I was probably thinking for like 2 weeks with a name. I'm like calling people, and I'm like, I don't have a name. And then my friend Makai, he said, you're clueless.
Motherfucker, you clueless.
I was like, bro. I was like, it was like thinking in my head. I was like, clueless. And then I just kept thinking like clueless. And then I was like, oh, clueless. So then I'm like, yeah, clueless. And then I was like, all right, I can't just have it named Clueless, because I was thinking about the movie. So I'm like, I gotta change it up a little bit. So I was like, Clueless Garments. Nah. And I was like, what else did I say? I think I said Clueless Apparel. I was like, I don't really like the word apparel. So I was like, Clueless ATL. Then that's really where it came on.
Hell yeah. I like it. I was because some people like that do clothing brands, they have some whack ass names. They have some shit, and I'm like, dude, like, you can't expect me to put this shit on and be like proud of what I'm wearing.
Yeah, I understand where they're coming from when they start the clothing brand, because it's like, especially like in Atlanta, you're walking around and you're just seeing like everybody just doing their own thing. Like in a lot of clothing brands, you're like, dang, I want to start this too. I just want to see what it's like. So I know a lot of people that the names have been crazy. It's been real crazy.
Yeah, I like Menace to Society though.
Yeah, I do. I really do like that. I really did like that.
Yeah, no. Dude, have you seen what's becoming like popular on like TikTok and shit? And it's just a bunch of people like going up to like really bad areas and like testing people's gangsters. Like, you seen those videos? They're like, I'm trying to check you right now. I'm like, dude,
like, bruh, I just saw a video last night. Actually, it was this dude. I forgot his name, but he was like, do you think I could really beat your ass? And I'm like what? He was like, yeah. Like, the dude was like, he was interviewing rappers, actually, like famous big time rappers. He was like, do you think I could really beat your ass? And he was like the rappers like looking like, yeah, like I could really beat your ass. It was really crazy.
Yeah, I mean, dude, personally, I wouldn't take anything to it. If like somebody came up to me, I would immediately know like it's some sort of joke. But like some people just like, they don't care. Like, they don't have anything to lose. Like, they'll die about it just to like stand up for themselves.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I know when like something's like just someone's just pulling my leg, for example.
Yeah.
Like, somebody's just fucking with me.
Yeah, I mean, I used to watch those videos back in the day, the little prank videos.
I'm just not into it anymore.
Yeah.
I like, dude, like if I like slide up and like somebody's just like bothering somebody just for like the sake of it, I'm just like, dude, not me. Not my type of cup of tea anymore.
See, back then, like a couple years ago, yeah, it would be interesting. Like, I get a good laugh. But now I was like, why?
Nah, for sure. But so where do you want to take your clothing brand? Like, obviously it's to the top, but what's your plan for it? What type of designs you got coming up? Got any drops you're working on?
Yep, I actually have my biggest drop ever. My biggest drop, like in November. My biggest drop. I really like. I'm moving into jeans, so I'm actually talking to manufacturers now to like try to get jeans made for my brand. So I want to see how that goes. I really want to see how that goes. But as far as my clothing brand, um, I want to get. I really want to go to the top, but I really just want to be known as a creator, like a great creator, like Virgil, like him, like how he just created and just was a good creator and just a good person overall, like down to person. Like I just really want to down to earth person. I really just want to like get to that level.
Yeah. No, I see that, like a jack of all crafts
Yeah,
in a sense.
yeah,
Yeah. Um, that reminds me of Kanye. Like Kanye is really in that field as well. He's a great artist of our time, or
yeah.
like realistically the past generation, but he's still around kicking it.
I mean, I like Kanye. I'm not gonna lie. He's really a good salesperson. Like I don't know about the other things that he's talking about. He really do be talking crazy, but
It makes sense, some of it.
yeah,
Like I'm not gonna say he's off the walls. All right, he may be a little bit unstable
yeah,
at times, but for the most part, he says some factual shit.
yeah, yeah. It really do be facts, but like people just hate on it just cause like a lot of people. It's like a trend to hate on Kanye now. If we really think about it, like a lot of people just really like don't really like him just because
Yeah.
like a lot of other people don't like him, and it's crazy. But I mean, Kanye, he really cool, and he has his ways, he has his things that he says. But yeah,
I mean, that kind of does bring you like a little bit to the problem of the social media era. Like, people just don't make their own opinions anymore.
yeah,
Like, they're a lot more prone to follow what somebody else is saying just because it's the easy thing to do.
exactly.
Like, they don't have to think for themselves.
Yeah, it's like I made a post I want to say last night. My friend Nuda, he was like on his well, he's not my friend, but I shot for him before. But he said on his song, I don't know who the fuck made the rule is cool to hate a nigga, and I was like, wow,
This man's spitting.
like wow, like people like it really brought to my attention like people really like made it like a trend to like hate on other people because of like things that they're doing, and I was like, this is really like what we come to, and then I don't really like it. I
No,
really don't.
yeah. It's just I worked a customer service job for 5 years, so I was nice to everybody, and there'd be some people that they're just like awful human beings. Like they're just born to like just be down on everything. And
Yeah,
when you see someone like that, and if you're just a general positive person, it kind of kills your mood because you're like, damn, people like this do exist.
yeah, because it's like dang, like, and this is what makes them happy, like doing things like that. It makes them happy, and I'm like, wow, like, but I mean, you just gotta keep moving. You got people that actually like support you. That's really good to have around you. So yeah, but it's not. I don't really like it, like how the media portrays an image on like certain people.
Yeah. And I don't know. And one thing I've noticed like since coming out of high school and like seeing things in like a different perspective is like media definitely has its own agenda as well, and it really depends on like which source you're consuming this like
Yeah,
news outlet from, you know.
yeah. I see what you're saying on
Yeah,
that.
I'm mostly like unbiased sources where they just tell you what it is and you do what you want with it.
Yeah, and also my dad, he actually told me this. He was like, he just came up to me and he was like, freedom or security, and I'm like, huh? He like pick one. I'm like, say it again. He said freedom or security, and I'm like, freedom. And then he's like, all right, why you say that? And I was like, I don't know, I just pick one. And then he's like, all right, I'm gonna explain it. He said, freedom. Every like you sacrificing this, that, and the third to really like get yourself better to where you don't have to have nobody over your head, like really looking at you and like you're like actually putting yourself out there so where you don't have to be like secure, like somebody doesn't have to be over you while you're actually trying to grind and get better and stuff like that, or nobody's telling you this, that, and the third, like you're actually like doing this on your own. And he was like, security is like knowing that somebody's over you, they're telling you what to do, this, that, and the third. And I was like, dang, that was really deep. He really got deep into it. I don't remember everything what he said, but I really understood it.
When was this?
When was this? Probably like a couple nights ago. I don't remember.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
As more on the recent side.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad also, like, we also had the same talk, but it was, I think I was around like 7th grade, I want to say, somewhere around middle school. And school had just ended, and he like gave me 2 weeks. He was like, you can have your fun, but I want like a plan. I want to like see what you're going to do this summer to like get better, do something. Just get off your ass. Don't watch TV all day. And we had a major argument. I think it was like around like, I want to say around 8th grade, maybe freshman year. Yeah. We got into a really big argument about it. And he told me, he was like, if you can't decide what you want to do with yourself, then somebody else will. Yeah. And, you know, maybe at that time I didn't understand it, but it's like those little like pops knowledge that, you know, they pass on to you.
Man, I have so many stories of like when I was younger, like with my parents, like they just always wanted me to get it for myself. That's really what like make the hustler in me. So it's like my parents, like I really appreciate them for that because it really like keep me going. Like I remember I was little, I was big on Jordans. Like I used to watch sneaker videos. Like I don't know if what was it called? I think it was like Kick something, where they used to go to people's houses and like do the sneaker collection videos and stuff like that. So I used to watch those all the time. I was like, I just got up and I was like, I want some Jordans. So then I went to my dad and he was like, you want them? You got to know the research behind them. So he gave me a book and I'm like, I don't want to read this. So he was like, I need you to do a research paper. I think I was like 6th grade. So he's like, I need you to do a research paper on Jordan, this, that, and the third. Tell me like when it started, when the first shoe came out, like this, that, and the third. And I just had to write all of that down. And I was like, dang, like everything I really wanted, I really had to work for it, really. So I really appreciate that.
No, I couldn't agree with you more on that. I feel like it's just that sense of hustle. I'm the same way. Yeah. I moved here from Iran in 5th grade, and came in, did 1 year in elementary school, came into middle school, and you know how it was. Everybody's like, oh, Jordan this, Jordan that. Yeah. So my friend, I was like, by 8th grade, I have me a pair. I traded my way up to a beat ass pair, and by like halfway through high school, I stopped caring. Yeah. By then, I could like, if I wanted Jordans, I could have it. Yeah. And now, like 5 years later, you know, I have Yeezys sitting. I have Shadow ones. I paid $500 for. I don't even wear them. Like, I did it just to say I could, just to say I did. And that's the type of person I am. Like, if you tell me that I can't do something, there's nothing else. I'm gonna do it. Like, there's nothing else that's gonna motivate me more. Yeah. Just to tell you I told you so.
Yeah. Like, I have a YouTube video out, and in the YouTube video, I was at a college, Fort Valley State University, and I was on the phone. Like, my homeboys, he was on the phone with a girl, and the girl, she knew me, and she was like, Kamari, you have no motion. Like, you don't have no motion. And I'm like, you really just said this? Like, huh? Like, okay. It is like, it went viral because I posted on TikTok. It went viral. So like, I was like, you have no motion. She's like steady saying it. I'm like, okay, like, okay. So like, after that, I really like locked in, and I was like, all right, I'm about to just go, just keep going. Like, I like when people tell me like you can't do this, you can't do that, because it's really like, all right, I'm gonna do it now.
Yeah, that's what pushes me. Like, it's a challenge to me. Yeah. Like, because I know I can, but like you just said, I can't. So I got to now. And you know, like you said, like I don't take anything to it. It just it starts up the fire in me.
Yeah. It's like you telling me that I can't do something. It's like it's gonna make me want to do it even more. Like I didn't have an interest for this, but now that you said I can't do it, I'm about to just go to the top with it now. Like that's really what it is.
Dude, I fucking grew out a mullet for a fucking year. I look like a pile of shit just because somebody said I wouldn't do it. Like that's to the extent I take it. And like when I cut that shit off, dude, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
No wonder why and no girls were looking my way, dude. I thought I was the shit. I would walk out the shower, flop the shit around. Hell no. I'm so glad that shit gone, dude.
Bro, what, man? I remember like let me think. I remember a lot of people like clothing brand. With my clothing brand, I had my first drop. My first drop actually went crazy. I had probably like 25 sales for my first drop, and I'm like, dang, okay. All
It's
right.
not bad for a first job.
Yeah, like, okay. But then the labor that I had to put in, because I was using a heat press and vinyl at the time, I'm like, all right, pressing all these shirts and hoodies. Yeah, okay. It's like really long and tiring. Like my senior year of high school, I did not go to school. Like I promise you, I didn't go to school. I was always out working, trying to get money, trying to like grow my brand. And so when I get out of high school, if I got out of high school, because I ain't go to school, but like when I get out of high school, I'll be good. So I don't have to work a job for real. But it really, I was down to that last 3 weeks in high school, and my mom was like, "Are you gonna graduate?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what you mean am I gonna graduate?" And I was like, dang, like walking around, I was like, dang, am I gonna graduate?
Shit, I should probably go talk to my counselor.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, go talk to your counselor. I was like, I'm good. I bet you I was at the counselor office that next morning. I promise you, like I always tell my parents, like, yeah, I'm good, this, that, and the third, like I'm good, but really, like I'm really like struggling.
It's just to reassure them, you know.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I feel like I get you on that parental like view, because it's when you respect your parents, like one of the worst things in the world is like seeing them disappointed.
Yeah.
And like having to bring your struggles onto them and making that their problem, because they did their part. They raised you for 18 years.
Yeah.
And you know, you're legally an adult, so what's stopping you from acting like it and taking things into your own hands?
Yeah. Like I remember middle school, I was like, I have so many stories. Like in middle school, my grandma, she actually put me on to this app called OfferUp, where I could sell stuff that I didn't want anymore. And I would call my mom and I was like, hey, I have to meet this person here, do this, that, and the third. Like I was just running it like a business, like all my old stuff, just selling it. So then my mom wasn't there sometimes where she couldn't take me. So I lived on the main street, and it was a neighborhood across the street. I would like tell the person, like I was just like, I wanted the money so bad. I would tell the person, like, just meet me in that neighborhood, because I knew if anything happened in the neighborhood, it'll probably be something better than like coming to my house. Like I wouldn't like bringing people to my house, especially because I'm young and my people would be like, who is this? And I'd be like, yeah, nah. So I would walk up to the neighborhood, I would sell it, and I'd just sit there and wait for them to like go, pull off. And then I walk back home, and I'd just be like, I got money in my pocket. But it was one time I was selling some shoes, and the dude, he bought them, and the neighborhood it's a one way in, one way out. So he bought them, and we're at the top of the neighborhood. He bought them. He drove down, and he stopped, and I'm like, do I run? He stopped. He's just sitting there. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to just move, like start walking back to the house. And then he turns around, full speed, coming up the neighborhood. And I'm like, he like, yo, something's wrong with these.
Oh, dude, they always try and pull that shit off.
And it's 4 people in the car. So, and I'm by myself. And I'm like, I'm like, I don't know what to say. So then he's like, yeah, like I knew the shoes were authentic, and he was like, yeah, something's wrong with these. I don't want them no more. Can I get my money back? And then I'm like, all right, yeah, cool, because I don't want no problems. Like I don't want my mom to know that I'm doing none of this. So I'm just like, yeah. And then I was like, all right. So I gave him the money back, and he had the shoes. And the passenger, whoever the passenger was, he had the shoes. And I was like, all right, let me get the shoes. So I gave him the money. He gave me the shoes. And then, well, he didn't give me the shoes. They pulled off. I was like, dang.
Yeah, bro. And that's the thing, you know. You just got to eat that loss.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing you could do. Like, it's $150 worth getting my ass beat and me walking home and having to explain this to my parents.
Yeah. Times are crazy now where it's like, it's not even getting beat up anymore. It's like, it's a lot of gun violence now.
Yeah.
So it's like,
You can really get shot for nothing.
Yeah.
And, like,
That's
I'm good. I'll pass.
Yeah. Like, a lot of people, they be like, oh, you just gonna let that slide? Yeah, I'm gonna let that slide. Because it's like, I'd rather have my life
than a pair of Jordans.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's
or just something stupid.
And that's what I was telling you earlier. I was like, dude, some people are, like, really ready to die about nothing. Like, I value life. I mean, like, I'm not scared of death, but, like, I also, like, it's not my favorite pastime.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like I'm gonna walk down the street and be like, bro, you got a gun? Let's shoot me for fun.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, and that's the thing, like, people, like, that don't have, like, family values, they're willing to, like, lose, like, anything. They don't have anything to value because that's something that society has lost, is, like, the value of life, family, just the things that really make life beautiful.
Yeah, I really, like, I seen that, like, growing up, and, like, how, like, a lot of things have changed. And it's like, now it's crazy. Like, it's bad. Like, a lot of people, they get glamour and a lot of things from, like, having certain things, like a gun. Like, females go crazy, like, if you have a gun. And I'm like, okay. That's kind of, like, it's just things like that, like, okay. Or, like, it's just, I don't really have them off the top of my head, but, like,
it's just glorifying the violence. Like, for example, like, I'm 21. Like, I may or may not have a gun in my car. Like, either way, you're not going to know until you have to find out.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. So it's like, a lot of people, they want to show it off, this and the third. And I'm like, you're not going to know I got this until it's time. Yeah. Until it's really time. Not like it's not time like, when I get mad or something like that. Like, when it's time where I got to defend myself.
Yeah. Because one of the things I've always struggled with is, like, at what point is it okay to, like, physically harm someone? Like, at what point is it okay to get in a fight? Almost, like, because for me, like, I know how to manage my anger.
Yeah.
Like, I know how to, like, just not get in a fight. But, like, there's been times where I'm like, damn, like, should I be swinging or, like, and that's the
walk away.
Yeah, that's the inner battle. Like, it's like I came to a conclusion that, like, unless you're in, like, real life danger, like, you don't really have a reason to, like, get in any sort of altercation that may put you at harm or somebody else, because it's a two-way street. You know, you can inflict harm on somebody else, and somebody can inflict that harm back onto you.
It could go good or it can go bad. Yeah, it's like, and then most of the times I just leave things alone. I just, like, okay, cool, just walk away, or if it's like a time where I can't walk away, it's like all right, like, I'm just like, all right, because it's really like, I really don't like to argue. Like, if I was really mad, you would know I was mad, because, like, I would actually be ready to fight. I wouldn't fight over words. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I see that. But I mean, it's just the day and age that we live into, which isn't a bad thing, you know.
Yeah.
Like, times change, and, you know, you just gotta accept that change and do what's best for you. You can't
move accordingly.
Yeah, you just gotta adjust and, like you said, move accordingly.
Yeah, that's really all it is. You just gotta move accordingly. And a lot of times with that, it's just like, you're gonna get caught out. Like, just being the real in you you're gonna get caught out for a lot of things. You just gotta take it.
Yeah. For me, it's and I also always try to like be on everybody's good side.
Yeah.
You know, I always try to not cause unnecessary problems. Even if I do dislike someone,
Yeah.
you really wouldn't know. Like
you want
the
to
people,
keep them. You
Yeah.
want to just keep them in the area because you might not know. It might be a time where you might have to reach out to that person.
Yeah.
And like that's really what I like. I like really keeping a lot of people around. Like probably not close to me, but like just like, oh, if I need to reach out to this
Yeah.
person
On
or
good
this
terms.
person. Yeah, just good terms with everybody.
Yeah, because there's no reason to inflict negative energy upon yourself. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not superstitious or like really religious, but like I do believe in like bad energy and like I feel like if enough people pray on your downfall,
Yeah.
like it'll eventually come
Yeah.
sooner than you'd like.
And like being in Atlanta is click based. It's really click based. Like it's like, and it's really just running off like who you mess with. So it's like, all right, I know people over here. I'm cool with everybody. So it's like wherever I go, like just got to be cool. And that's just really where I really like to stand because I don't like going somewhere and knowing somebody envy me. I don't really like that. So I just like try to be cool with everybody.
Yeah, and I mean, like for the most part, the higher ups in Atlanta,
Yeah.
they're all cool and shit. Like I don't know like any big rappers that are all like pretty much all Atlanta rappers like they don't beef within.
All of them except for like before rap.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like when you make it up there, like you know the risk and reward.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like with a lot of politics, for example, they say that like everybody on top is all good with each other, but because they leave the fighting for the people at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like, and it's pretty true when you take a step back and look at the food chain. Like everybody at the bottom's fighting, and everybody at the top's eating well.
'Cause it's like I actually like seen it happen a lot, where a lot of artists in Atlanta, like it'll be artists from the west side or the east side, or like just they all come together. They all like support each other. Like they all want to just grow, so all of them just get to the top faster and faster. So it's like they'll either do a track together or like the west side right now with rap is like really heavy right now. Like I don't know if y'all know, but like Anti the Menace, Lil Loaded, like a lot of them, they're actually like coming together and they just like they made this like portrayal of the West called the Wicked West, and it's just like all going crazy.
Really?
They're like they my age, like 17, 18, 19.
I gotta listen to that because didn't Lil Loaded kill himself?
Well, that Lil Loaded killed himself, but now it's a new Lil Loaded.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was wondering. I was like, dude, I'm pretty sure I remember because he had Block. What was it, Block Baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is
it Glock or Block? Fuck.
I think
it's both in the song. It might be. You know, it's either or.
I think it's Glock.
I think so too.
Or is it?
Give me a
I don't know.
Glock.
I don't know. It's one of them.
Anyways, yeah. Dude, fucking Gunna's been in jail for like 130 something days now.
For real?
Yeah, and they don't have anything to keep him on, but like they just will not let him like bond out. Dude, that boy better come out looking like fucking Gucci Mane. Did you see those early pictures?
Yeah.
That boy ain't have no walk in there.
He look like a beast, like going through it.
Yeah,
him, all of them are really.
No, I mean, dude, you can't fucking take somebody that's like doing so many drugs and then just throw them in a like jail cell and tell them go fuck yourself, go cold turkey, a fucking cold jail cell, no blanket, no pillow,
but yeah,
no lean, no perks.
The Rico in Atlanta is crazy now. Yeah. Like, I know you saw the list, obviously. Everybody. They have 4PF on the list. They can't take 4PF away.
Dude, if they take Baby, dude.
They can't.
Dude, he's fucking making a song for the World Cup.
I'm saying, like, you just can't, like, he's just so great of a person, you just can't take him away.
Dude, I'm actually excited to see what the fuck Lil Baby's gonna say on that World Cup song. Because the last World Cup song I remember was it Shakira? She was like shaking ass in Brazil, dude. And then now it's Lil Baby. So I guess we'll see how it goes. He gonna make Atlanta lingo go worldwide though.
Well, I feel like the album really came out late because of the Rico. I feel like because like when the Rico list came out, I don't know if it's just me, but I just seen Baby moving different. Like the documentary to really show like he's a different person than who they might perceive him as, or like the motion that he has, like the different people he's working with, like Budweiser. Like he didn't want to do that.
So you really think he's trying to like outgrow it to where like they wouldn't come after him?
And then he sat down with Stacey Abrams. I think I saw that like either last month or like a couple weeks ago. He sat down with Stacey Abrams. Like I was like, okay, he's really like trying.
I mean, dude, he's playing it right. Like he's playing it right, and Baby's always been like that. And it's crazy to think that Young Thug's the one that paid him $20K to get out the hood and go in the studio.
Man.
And look how the tables have fucking turned. Now Young Thug's in jail and Lil Baby's going fucking worldwide.
Yeah, if you watch the documentary, he was like, he gave him money and he was like, go home.
Yeah.
Go home, get the fuck off the block. And I was like, dang, like that's real. Like that's real.
Yeah. And it sucks. Like that's what I'm saying. Like when somebody that's like already made it will see like the potential in you.
Yeah.
Like they're willing to invest in you and make you better rather than hate on you and tell you to stay in the block and tell you rapping ain't it.
Yeah. And it's really like I really like things like that. Like everybody around me. I want everybody to win because it's just like I like just like having people around me that's winning, and like, you know, like the people younger than me, like when I was in school, a lot of people used to come up to me like, how did you do this? How did you do that? I wouldn't have no problem giving them the sauce and stuff like that, because it's just like, I want you to win. I want me to win. I want the person above me to win. Like, I just want everybody to win. So like, I know I'm a win because it's just like the hustler I am and the like person, like I'm not going to give up. So like, yeah, I'm gonna give you this game. I'm not gonna hate on you. Yeah. Just take it serious. So you know what I'm saying.
And I mean, dude, for me, you'll hear a lot of people say this, and they'll say like, it takes a lot more to be a coach than a good player. Yeah. Like it takes a lot more to be a great coach than a great player, and it's because you've got to be willing to accept that like you want the people that you're teaching to be better than you. You're willing to give them all, just to make them not go through the same mistakes and take the same bumpy road that you had to. Yeah. You know, just because you had to and it made you who you are doesn't mean you have to inflict that same struggle on somebody else. Yeah. You know, if you can help them skip a rough patch, why not?
Yeah, because it's like, I've been through rough, and I know a lot of people that's been through rough, and I know a lot of people don't really speak on it. Like a lot of people like under me. Well, I don't like to say under me, but like a lot of people that really don't have a clue of like where they're going or a path. Like I know they're quiet about things because things are gonna happen. So it's like, all right, I wouldn't mind giving you this game. I don't have a problem with it because like I want to see everybody win, and just like the people younger than me, I want to see them do better. I want to see them do better than me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even there yet. I'm still grinding myself.
Yeah. Winning's it's contagious, you know? Yeah. Like how can you be a loser if you surround yourself with winners? Yeah. You know?
And it's like if everybody's around me winning, it's like you can't lose. Cuz it's like, all right, you got a drought or you got a slow moment, or it's like in your business, stuff like that. You got people around you that keep you going, or that's like looking out for you to help you get back on your feet, or when that time come back to where you on your feet and they slow, it's like you help them. It's just like everybody just all come together.
And it's not even like a business thing, you know. It's all love.
Yeah, it's like you just really gotta like truly like have that in you.
Yeah.
You know?
because it's just when you have people that care about you because like you help them, like that's a connection that like they won't let go because they'll remember what you did for them, and it's not even about that. It's just about the support.
Yeah, it's like just supporting. Like support is free. I know a lot of people say this online. Support is free. Like, all right, if you don't have the money to support, you can repost. You can, all right, tell your friends, family, this, that, and the third. Like, hey, this is what my friend is doing. This is what my family's doing. Like, just go like a post, share a post, comment. That's all. So it's just like, support really is really like just a big support system.
Yeah, it's an underrated task,
Yeah.
to say the least. But to go on from there, what else you got going on Loner Films? What you got coming on in that aspect?
Really, right now, I have Jakai, if you watching this, Jakai, I need you to get serious because I'm trying to do this episode. This is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be doing like an episode for him. Jakai Howard, he's playing OTE right now. So we're really supposed to be doing like episodes for him and like a series and stuff like that. So I'm really gonna put my all into that because I like just doing different things like cinematic stuff, like just seeing me put work together. It really just keeps me going, and it's like wow, like just seeing me getting better and better at this and that. It's just like yeah. So that series, I know I have a lot of music videos coming up, photo shoots, and then with the brand, I'm kind of tapping into different things, like trying to be different. Like I was just looking at something different with my boy today, Jordan. Like some clear thing. Like he had this dude on Instagram. He had clear necklaces, and the pendants they had like cartoons on them. I don't know. I forgot what his name was, but he's like they had a clear pendant, like a clear like square pendant, and they had like cartoons on them, like, and it was cool. I really like mess with that. So I was like thinking like, what if I do something different like that? Like instead of everybody having like a iced out Cuban with a pendant, like that was different. I was like, I'd rather wear that than like going to jewelry store and like spending money
Rocking
on
fake
this.
jewelry that
Exactly.
everybody knows is fake.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I just hate like wearing like if I know it ain't real, I don't want to wear it.
Yeah.
Like I would rather earn it. Like I remember one of my big things in middle school also was like getting a designer belt.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it got to points where I had like enough money sitting around to where I could go and buy the designer belt.
Yeah.
Like I was like, dude, I don't fucking need this. I'm never like, what am I gonna spend $700 on a belt for?
See, me and you are two different things, two different people. Well, at the time when I was in middle school, I didn't really care because I was like, at the time it's like you got a lot going on. Like me spending $200 on a designer belt, it was like it kind of seemed like impossible to me at the time. So I'm like, oh, $30, $50, yeah, all right, that's $10.
Oh
Save
no,
my
don't,
lunch
don't.
money.
Dude, trust me, I wore my fair share of fake designer belts.
Yeah,
Like, but it's just one of those things. Like we talked about, you grow out of it and you learn to like see it from a different perspective. That's not what like matters at the end of the day.
yeah, and it's really like just you really gotta go through things in order to like become better. Because if you don't go through it, then you're not really gonna know. So I really like accept that I went through a lot of things in my life.
For sure. But you asked me to bring someone else on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the reason that I told you I'd rather it just like be us is because it's just more manageable, it's better when it's just like, for example, me and you, and that's what me and Adam have been working on. Like usually it'd be me and Adam here and then you, and like we came to the conclusion that it's just honestly better for us to have like a one-on-one with less voices around, and Yeah, honestly, it's been working because a lot of people before coming on, they're like, oh, you know, like I don't want to. I would rather too many things be going on than like me not be able to think fast enough to like say something to keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
Or like there's a moment of awkward silence, and like fucking doesn't matter. Like this is much more enjoyable. And I told you like any other day after this, like shit, he can come on without you. Yeah. So, but I'm glad that I got you here, man. It's been a great conversation.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Anything else you want to tell the people?
Yeah. Follow Coolest ATL, Coolest ATL on Instagram, lonerfilms X on Instagram. And, just tap in, just watch everything I do. Just like look at my content. I really make good content and clothes. And yeah, that's all it is.
Tap in, man. You won't regret it. It's been Parsa and Jahil on the Floor 26 podcast. We'll see you guys next time.
Sir.